Hey guys, this is Bridget here from theradiantmompreneur.com, and I'm going to be doing part 2 of a book review for E-Myth Revisited, Why Most Small Businesses Fail and What to Do About It by Michael Gerber. And you can click the link above or below, I believe, if you want to see part 1 of the book review. I did it in 2 sections because there's a lot in this book that I wanted to kind of highlight, and halfway through it I had a lot of thoughts about what had been covered, and so definitely want to check that out if you haven't seen that yet. And this is part 2, and so the second half of the book, and I wanted to give you my thoughts on it, and to also really encourage you to read the book. If you are in small business, if you are a mompreneur, if there's any chance you're going to be getting into small business, whether it's brick and mortar, online, whatever you're doing, it's really, this is a book that's become essential reading for a business owner, and is really already a classic book. So the book, E-Myth Revisited, is talking about the entrepreneurial myth that most entrepreneurs are people with deep pockets who are investors, who start out and grow these enormous companies, where in truth, what most businesses, most entrepreneurs are doing, most business owners are people who are following a passion, people who are setting up shop, right, in a local town or something like that. Someone who maybe is family oriented, or someone who has a strong desire to put something that they love into action. So examples of that would be, you are, the example that they use in the book is someone who loves cooking, right, who specializes in making pies, and has been told by friends and family that the pies are so good you should really sell these, right? And so that's what makes up a large percentage of entrepreneurs. So someone who has that kind of passion and skill, right, suddenly goes into business. And he kind of breaks it up into the different roles of business. So you've got a technician, you've got a manager, and you've got an entrepreneur or a visionary kind of role. And so if you're making pies and you're really good at that, then you are a technician. That's a technical skill that you've got. But when you own a business, you've got to do all, you've got to have more than that, because what happens with a lot of people that go into small business is that they take on all the roles themselves. And so the person who's making the pies is also doing the accounting, and the person making the pies is also cleaning the store, and is also doing the new hire training, and is also doing the advertising and the marketing. And so what happens is, if you take on all those roles yourself, you can get burned out really quickly. And this is what happens to a lot of people who start small businesses. You're working 7 days a week. You can never leave your business. You are the business. And if you've ever heard the saying, you should work on your business, not in your business, this kind of has that same teaching, that same mindset. So what he recommends, and this is really the bulk of the second part of the book, is that you need to, from the beginning, set up your business as though it were going to be a franchise. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to go that route. You need to become a franchise establishment. But the reason he says that is because franchises have systems in place, right? So if you have a business that you're going to sell as a franchise, what you would need to have in place is basically, imagine like, a book that you've created, a 3-ring binder, and this is your business, and you can hand it to someone and they can follow it and do exactly what you're doing. So you need a system in place, and you need roles, separated out for the different things. So let's say for pie making, there's a system in place for how to create the perfect pie. I mean, there's a way to do it, and anybody that comes in and reads this or follows your video training or whatever it is you set in place, they can then create and replicate your results, right? So that's kind of that franchise mentality. So you can apply this to all the aspects of your business. You need systems. So whether it is how you greet a customer, it needs to be the same thing. Whatever works best, every new employee needs to do it the same way. Whether it is how you launch your promotions. Okay, needs to be a system for that. Your email responses, how you generate leads or how you connect with your customers through email. You need a system in place for that. There's so many different aspects, and so you need to look at your business closely. What are all the tasks that comprise your business? And if you had to write it down, step 1, step 2, step 3, what would that even look like? Or if you did a video training for that, what would that look like? And so by that way, you are able to say, this is the business, and you can step outside of it and the business can still run effectively. You know, having a small business can be a tremendous joy, right? But what if it's something that you've created that you simply cannot walk away from? Do you have a business where you're working 80 hours a week? Do you have a business that you can't have confidence in leaving for a week, that it's going to be run effectively? You know, and even if it's something that's online, you know, are you able to delegate things to people? Are you able to outsource things? Do you have systems in place? Now, an important note about having systems in place, and he talks about this in the book as well, is, okay, so you've got this business that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're doing, and now you've got these systems, and so every customer is greeted this way, every pie is made this way, every email goes out this way, and on it goes with your task. Where's the passion in that? You know, it seems kind of automated. Right? Everybody does the same thing in the same way, and that's not heart-based, right? That's not joyful. That's just an automated system, and that's not why you went into business. And he says, you know, there's no need to make systems you know, passionless. When you're conveying to someone how a task is to be done, your heart and soul that was in it can be translated to that task, right? So it doesn't mean that your business suddenly becomes passionless because you've outsourced this particular task or because this employee is doing this instead of you. It just means that you have conveyed your desires, right? And so when you hire someone to help you, or when you outsource a task, or when you create systems, you know, it's important to convey your vision for your business, and we do that through conversations, right? If you have someone new who's working with you, you know, have that conversation where it feels respectful, right? Where you're conveying to the person a level of respect for taking on a task that is, you know, really of vital importance, and communicating with them why this is important to be done the way that it is, and what your vision is for it. You know, whether it's a matter of quality that you're trying to imbue in all the products you sell or the services that you offer, whatever it is that you're doing, there's a way to keep the heart in it and also have the systems in place. So systems does not mean making it impersonal, right? But it does set up your business for more success, because if you've done your business plan and you have an exit strategy in place for a business, a way that you can sell the business, for example, you know, you don't want it to be all you and all in your head. Everything that happens for the business is all up here, and you're the only person that can do it the right way. You know, you want to be able to have something that is an asset when you step away from it. And that is a huge point in the book. So again, please read this book if you are in a small business, if you're thinking about it, if you're of an entrepreneurial mindset. Read E-Myth Revisited. And you know, the statistics are pretty staggering on small businesses failing within the first 3 years and first 5 years. And this book really highlights why that is and what to do about it. So it doesn't matter if you are at the beginning stages of thinking about starting a business, or if you've been doing this for a few years. Get the book and look at how it relates to what is going on in your business right now and where you can make the improvements and really build your business as an asset. Okay, so the link for the book is, I believe, down below, so check that out. And again, if you haven't seen part 1 of the book review, different concepts are covered there that are equally important. So click that link if you need to see part 1. And join me also at theradiantmompreneur.com. I'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.